November 1914, East Africa. The British Army is preparing for an easy victory. They have an 8-to-1 advantage in manpower, modern machine guns, and support from the Royal Navy. But within hours, elite troops will be running in panic, dropping their rifles and fleeing for their lives. And they won't be defeated by German bullets, but by billions of furious insects. Welcome to Beavers. Today, we're telling the story of the Battle of Tanga, the strangest and most brutal bee battle of World War I. Tanga was a strategic port in German East Africa. British command believed they could take it with one decisive blow. Land the troops, rush the city, force the tiny German garrison to surrender. They were so confident they didn't even bother with reconnaissance. What they didn't know was that their opponent, Colonel Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck, had no intention of fighting fair. But even he didn't expect that his greatest ally would be the land itself, or rather, the African honeybee. As British troops pushed through the mangrove thickets and dense jungle, hell broke loose. The soldiers never noticed the massive beehives hanging from the trees around them. Gunfire and explosions shook the forest and awakened the bees. African bees are far more aggressive than European ones. To them, it didn't matter if you wore a German uniform or a British one. Imagine the chaos. Colonial helmets flying off, soldiers screaming, a living black cloud swarming over thousands of men. Bees crawled into their clothes, stinging their faces, eyes, necks. One British signaller later recalled getting over 300 stings. Communication collapsed. Artillery crews abandoned their guns because they physically couldn't stand near them. Panic spread. British troops began retreating toward the beach. Newspapers claimed the Germans had set booby-trapped beehives. But the truth was simpler. It was just nature reacting to war. The Germans, far more familiar with the terrain, regrouped and counterattacked while the British were busy fighting off the bees. The result? A humiliating retreat. Tons of ammunition, rifles, and supplies were abandoned. The Battle of Tanga went down in history as the Battle of the Bees, a reminder that even the strongest army is powerless against nature. Which story of warrior bees shocked you more, Hannibal or Tanga? Tell us in the comments and subscribe to Beavers.